We're out in the Mount Evans State Wildlife Area today, talking about the new regulation for requiring people to have a valid fishing or hunting license to access a state wildlife area. One of the main purposes for this new license requirement is because if you think back originally how properties like this were purchased, it was by the hunters and fisher persons that their license fees were able to buy these properties. So Parks and Wildlife, the wildlife side of the agency, is totally funded by the sale of hunting and fishing licenses. And so in order to kind of keep that money in the wildlife pot, which we have to, and we're trying to use that money for wildlife areas and wildlife, that's why it's so important for people to buy a license. It's comparable to if you went to Rocky Mountain National Park and you tried to go in the park, you had to buy a Parks Pass. If you went to one of our state parks, the other side of our agency, the other side of Parks and Wildlife, you need to have a Parks Pass. We don't have that kind of pass system on the wildlife side. And so what we're trying to do is trying to get wildlife areas back for their intended purposes, which is for wildlife. And that includes wildlife management, wildlife habitat improvements, and wildlife-related recreation. 18 years and older will need a hunting or fishing license to either access or recreate on one of our 350 state wildlife areas or the 240 state trust lands that we lease. On the Mount Evans State Wildlife Area, we've used a combination of timber projects, we've used food plots, and years ago we used to use some prescribed burning. Right now we just usually burn brush piles in the wintertime from those timbering projects. But just trying to open up the forest to make it more uneven aged, which makes it better for wildlife, especially big game animals like deer and elk.